Stay back! Anyway, take it easy, yeah?
Alright, folks, so... I did not get that set up here, but let me go ahead and get that corrected. Alright. The chaos language is just so darn pretty.
Is this beast a shade as well?
No! You've got to stop this!
Tool hope to stand against the Shadow Lord.
I don't want to hurt my friends!
Kill him, you glorious bastards!
I have a reason to live!
We're the same. Tools in
Hello,
the hands
Carly.
of a
How are you
master.
today?
Here!
Kaine!
Our true memories are still there. How dare you ignore them?
We were hoping to put it off for 100 years or so.
I shall fight by their side, now and forever.
I'm tired.
So it looks like my
And everybody in it.
bot
But
started
I'll become
working
his
again.
sword one last time. No!
So you'll be able
I'm
to
gonna
do
save you. I
shoutouts
swear
and
it.
stuff. Oop, let's go ahead and bring that down so I'm not being drowned out.
Thanks for always being there for me.
Yep, I have done a couple upgrades. I ended up getting a drawing tablet so I can actually like sketch some of that stuff out and personally a fan of this one, as well as obviously that guy right there.
Vice, you dumbass! Start making sense, you rotten book, or you're gonna be sorry. Maybe I'll rip your pages out one by one, or maybe I'll put you in the goddamn furnace. How can someone with such a big smart brain get hypnotized like a little bitch, huh? Oh, Shadow Lord, I love you, Shadow Lord. Come over here and give Vice a big sloppy kiss, Shadow Lord. Now pull your head out of your goddamn ass and start fucking helping us!
So that rant right there was actually by the character that I'm currently cosplaying, Kaine. She is a little bit on the brash and brusque nature. So I may, depending on how difficult the game is, I don't think that it's going to be like a Souls type game, but it is by Platinum Games, so if you're familiar with them, they did the Nier Automata's game. They also did the Bayonetta series. So we may end up hearing some coarse language coming from me as well as Kaine. So let me go ahead, pop up, and show off the cosplay real quick. Hello, Teddy. How are you today? Yep. So, For anyone that was not following me on social media, Twitch saw fit to give me another one-day timeout. However, the thing that I am kind of happy about is that they did it on a Monday. So, as anyone that has been here before will know, I don't stream on Mondays. I'm super late. I'm sorry about that, folks. I actually styled the wig just today, so hopefully the cosplay looks put together enough. I've had this one for a little while, but I didn't have the game, so I didn't want to show off the cosplay without the game to make it appropriate. Thank you, thank you. But yes, my Insta post was me as Asuka, looking rather displeased. Thank you, Tatty. Thank you, thank you. And these silly straps on this thing are going to constantly need adjusting. However, I thought that I would show off the cosplay and also welcome everyone that is here. Thank you all so much for showing up, as always. I really appreciate it. If you are new to the stream, I am Paul Trixie. I am a certified pole instructor, amateur cosplayer, and lifelong gamer. So you'll see some combination of the three here. Most likely today we are going to actually see a combination of all three, where I am going to be cosplaying as Kaine, playing through the game that she's from, as well as doing some pole. The weather is okay. It's a little bit warm. We were supposed to get some storms yesterday to pass through, and I would have thought that it would make things a little bit cooler, at least temporarily, but it does not appear as though it did. So let's do that. Alright. And wait a minute. That's why I can't hear the game. My monitor is not on.
It's you.
Here we
Isn't
go.
it?
And how about you, Teddy? How are things over on your end of the woods?
Take it easy, yeah?
And let's see how... Okay, so... There you go, Taddy. Nice little spin combo for you. So, level 1 spins are going to be the little bit more simplistic spins.
Is this beast a shade as well?
No, you've got to stop this.
Tool, hope to stand against the Shadow Lord.
I don't want to hurt my friends.
Kill him, you glorious bastard.
I have a reason to live.
And as you might be able to tell, I do have coverage underneath this, just so there's no slips, so hopefully Twitch won't smack me down with an inappropriate attire tag, because I am hanging out here and also cosplaying an appropriate character for the content that we are going to be playing.
They're still there. How dare you ignore them?
We were hoping to put it off for
So I'm somewhat peripherally aware of the game as well. Just a little bit of things. However, I have not played through before, so we will be kind of experiencing this together. And we do have the bit menu up here. Let me go ahead and make myself a little bit smaller. And we've got the channel points as well as the bits for the different parts that you may want to have, you may want to tip for. So, whoops.
Start making sense, you rotten book, or you're gonna be sorry.
Yep, so now we can have
One by one, or maybe I'll put you in the goddamn furnace. How can someone with such a big smart brain get hypnotized like a little bitch, huh?
Oh, Shadow Lord, I love you, Shadow Lord. Come over here and give Wisp a slap.
Shadow Lord, now pull your head out of your goddamn ass and start fucking helping us.
So you want me to start doing an ASMR stream? Maybe start talking into the mic all soft and make sure that we don't have the audio in the background, or maybe some chill music like yoga music to vibe to and listen to. So yeah, I do have a nicer microphone set up for doing things like that. Aw, not a fan of the ASMR, Carly? I mean, I know with the existing meta with the ladies that actually do end up doing ASMR, it usually ends up where it's just please remember to place your tray tables in the full upright position in the event of landing or a crash. And remember, when the oxygen masks come down, be sure to put yours on before helping others put theirs on. But not too much of a fan, Carly. Or would you prefer if I actually did do the ASMR meta, Carly? Do you want me in yoga pants just kind of hanging out, laying on my bed, or on the stage pole and just whispering into the mic and doing that weird, like, ear pet thing or licking, whatever those ladies do? I don't really think that would... I mean, I know that there's an audience for it, but I mean, it's in my name, Poltrixie, so I may end up getting like one of those souped up microphones just so I can have sort of a binaural thing while doing the poll, and maybe occasionally flipping up into different moves and then talking into the ears, but I wouldn't actually like do the full, like, you know, flatulence at the ears, because that just strikes me as like too weird. I mean, yes, there's different strokes for different folks, but not too much of a fan of that kind of stuff. Really, Taddy? You do? I was not aware that you actually did that. Oh.
Anyway, take it easy, yeah?
So let's go ahead and see what this game is all about. And for anyone that may want to pop in and check things out, feel free. All right. System data saved. So something kind of funny that someone had mentioned in one of the Discords I follow. Apparently, Nier Replicant is actually, or the version 1.22474487139 is actually the square root of 1.5. So it is a remaster, and they wanted to be really clever with the name, and also with Nier Automata, they ended up doing a DLC that was a series of letters and numbers. I'm not really sure if they ever figured out what that actually stood for, but I'm definitely curious as to whether or not they got that figured out. So let's go ahead and start a new game and go ahead and do some playing. Whoops. That's right. So with Japanese games versus Western games, the X button is going to be the accept, and the circle button is going to be the reject. So that was always something kind of funny when playing like a Western game on PlayStation, where it's like, okay, the circle is yes and the X is no, and then on the Japanese games it was the exact opposite. So very similar thing here of bottom button is the X button if you're playing PlayStation, which I believe the original Nier Replicant game was originally on. I do know that there was a release of it on either the Xbox or the 360. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what this is all about. Let's go normal. Just have a nice average playthrough. So enter name. Set my name as Poltrixie? Yes. December 22nd. The snow won't stop falling, so Poltrixie said he'd stay here with me until it stops. He'll probably leave again when it does, so I kinda hope it snows forever. Square Enix. Director Saki Ito. I've actually been a Square Enix fan since the original Nintendo Entertainment System, Final Fantasy, well, 1, but back when it was called Final Fantasy. Creative Director Yoko Taro. Yoko Taro is such an interesting person. Lead programmer Yura Sato. 2053. Summer 2053. And yet it's snowing. So I guess maybe in the next 32 years, Al Gore's going to be proven right, and we'll have the crazy winter brought about by everything going crazy from the ice caps melting. So reduce your carbon footprint, people. Otherwise, you may end up crouched in an abandoned place, holding a spear of sorts.
Goddamn book.
What's up, Posymon? Uh-oh. What warning did I give you? X to attack and left trigger to defend. Okay.
Get away, you freaks! I'll kill you all!
Yeah, sitting there in an abandoned building with your little sister and a talking book.
Hey, you okay?
I think so. I'm sorry. It'll stop in a second. I promise. But what about those monsters? Are they gonna come back for me?
Don't worry, Yona. I won't let those things anywhere near you. Sit tight. I'm gonna go see if I can find something to eat. Oh, and Yona.
Yeah?
Don't touch that book. Not ever. Got it?
Got it.
So rather than taking the book and keeping it with him to keep it away from her, or grabbing it and hiding it, or kicking it far, far away, he just leaves it there next to her. That strikes me as infinitely brilliant.
Damn.
Whoops.
How many of these things are there? They just keep coming. Won't let you lay a finger on Yona.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's a big hand.
Stay away from my sister.
Left bumper for Dark Hand.
Let anyone hurt Yona! So this is the power of the Black Book.
Ooh. Hold the attack or magic buttons to charge your attacks. Hello, Femo. How are you today? Yep, I decided to go with Kaine. I'm doing alright. Had another timeout, but it was on Monday, so obviously, since I don't stream Mondays, it didn't really affect me too much, but here I am in my Kaine cosplay. Hopefully it is stream appropriate. I do have coverage up top that I have sort of added in just so it's not like too terribly distracting. So hopefully, and as you can see, there's also coverage down below as well. I really wish that I could, you know, aside from when I'm playing the games, do a choreo to some of the music without immediately getting, like, flagged or anything like that. Like on YouTube, just do like a Kaine or a 2B cosplay choreography or routine. Yeah, I really need to figure things out. I honestly think that maybe the Me cosplay is a little bit much, mainly because it's only a single string keeping everything contained, so definitely something that would be worth looking into to make sure that I don't end up getting more timeouts. Even if it is for just 24 hours, it does kind of add up in terms of they will look at things like that when, like, reviewing for if I ever do get enough people for a partnership. Just want to make sure that I am not going to be flagged across the board when trying to get money that way. But yeah, Kaine cosplay, and did a sassy little pose for the socials. So hopefully you folks can or have checked that out. And I do have the white flower on a headband, but I don't know where it is. I've been cleaning up today, mainly just folding up the different cosplays that I have and kind of putting them away temporarily. And I do need to compile a list. I'll actually be working on some panels later on tonight to make sure that we have like a listing of at least my top cosplays that I would like to pull in that I do have available. So it would be available as sort of maybe a vote bit or channel point incentive to change the different cosplays that I have. I do have the shelf that I can use for putting the various words shoes on for doing things there with that. So for anyone that is new to the stream, I am Poltrixie. I am a certified pole instructor, amateur cosplayer, and lifelong gamer, so you'll see some combination of the three. Right now I am cosplaying as Kaine from Nier Replicant. We do have Nier in the background, and I will be playing through that. First playthrough, so just starting up, and because I was so late, because Femo, I actually did the styling and cutting of this right before stream, so that's why I'm a little bit late. I was busy just tidying up the stream space, and then I was like, oh crap, I need to check the wig, and the bangs were like way low. They were like swooped over to the side, and I'm like, okay, no, she's got the straight across sort of Mo from the Three Stooges kind of look going on, and then the sharp cut here, and then pulling and styling out the sort of longer side here, and then braiding the actual part here to make sure that it was appropriate for the actual character look. I do know that Kaine does have an actual thigh high on the other leg, but I wouldn't be able to grip with at least one leg while doing some of the moves, and she also has gloves, which I do have. I just, they aren't exactly sticky. They're PVC, but they're not as sticky as some of the other ones that I have been. So that's why the cosplay looks, you know, nice, but it's not a screen accurate cosplay. I did work on getting the back part to be the crossover. I had to actually, because I do have a thank you, Femo, thank you. I really just was like, okay, let's look at this, and it's on my head, and I'm like, clip, clip, clip. Okay, maybe a little bit more. No. But I did keep the wefts, so I can add like some layers, because I did notice that here it's a little bit thin, because I did have to pull everything off to the side here to actually do the braid. But I wanted to make it look as close to the actual character as possible, so there I am, like, scrutinizing the pictures, looking at multiple references that other cosplayers have done, also the character reference for the actual game, and then just cut as needed. So hopefully it looks pretty good, and I really like it because it keeps the hair off my neck, so I can be a little bit cooler when doing some of the moves. Whoops! And I did not actually try to do any of the more advanced tricks in this cosplay, so we'll see how it actually turns out. But I do know that since it is Tuesday, I'll be able to do a lot more of the level 1 tricks and demonstrations to show that off for anyone that's curious, or for anyone that's coming in and tipping for the various tricks that I can do. Bear in mind, some of the level 3s might not be fully attainable. Like, I do know that if I were to go into an outside leg hang, I would need to basically cheat a little bit and rely more on arm and side grip, which I don't actually have. I'd probably need to adjust the height of the actual negligee portion and just do different moves with slight variations to them. I'd absolutely be able to do an inside leg hang, or try to do an outside leg hang on my other side. I've been working on it, but the actual hip rotation to get into it and hold the move is a little bit more difficult, especially when you're not used to actually inverting on the other side. Also, well, actually that is open, even with the bandage portion. So I do want to sort of use this as a base and maybe make it out of a little bit more silky material, because this is more of a matte cotton. So I'll use it as inspiration to make some modifications, as well as figure out the situation here, because as you can tell, I'm wearing an additional top underneath it, just so I don't end up with a malfunction. I actually first tried this on 2 weeks ago, and I was playing Just Dance with my roommate and her niece, and I ended up... It was Tuesday, and it was Tats Out Tuesday, so the tots fell out, and I wasn't too happy with that, but we're all adults here, after a fashion, and she was okay with that, because it wasn't like me like blatantly flashing people. So I may eventually need to wash my hands and get better grip, because right now, even with the grip aid, the dry hands, it is a little bit slippery for me, so I may actually need to get my hands wet to be able to do some of the moves, even some of the more basic ones. Alright. So switching back over to the other microphone, so we will be able to hear things. Let me actually take my monitor one out, and let's go ahead and change the audio output to desktop so I can hear it and you can hear it. There we go. Might need to adjust. Whoop! Ah! So just starting the game, it looks like we are trying to hunt for food for our little sister. We ended up having to use the black book to gain power to be able to have enough strength to take on these dark enemies. So I think maybe we should probably end up looking for actual food rather than just killing things. Let's lure them over here so they don't eat our sister. Oops. Don't want to jump off there. Let's see if we can... Okay, we cannot. Evading, right trigger to dodge. Okay. Oh! Ah! I swear, I'm a streamer. I know what I'm doing. I swear. Sorry about that, Femo. There we go. So yeah, I really got into the series because of, oddly enough, another cosplayer. Bumper for Dark Lands, okay. But yeah, she may not be known exactly for her, well, she may be known for her cosplay in a different fashion, but Lana Rain, she posted on YouTube a wonderful video outlining the series and her love for both Drakengard as well as the Nier series. And I got into Nier thanks to her, and I started playing Nier Automata, and just really, really loved the experience. So as soon as I saw that they were making a remake for Replicant, I just picked it up and... uh-oh. Let's build up some Dark Lances, and let's try to nail that guy. There's these guys. Dodge. And even though she is someone that is in a different field, I really just think that her as an entrepreneur is just amazing to see, that someone can, even within that field, just grow as an artist and just really branch out to reach so many different people. And like, her YouTube stuff is a lot more, you know, obviously SFW, but I really enjoy that, you know, she's not really an entertainer, but she's a creator, there's the word, that has so many different facets to her. So I definitely admire her drive and ambition for that, as well as, I mean, if you've heard, like, her story, it's just really just amazing to see that someone can overcome so many different things that she has, to become such an amazing creator overall. Oops. I waited too long. Darn it. Wait. And it didn't lock on. Okay, here we go. There we go. And let's go see if our sister ended up getting hurt by the enemies. Okay.
Yona, talk to me.
It's okay. I'm fine. What about you?
Those guys were nothing.
Okay, good. Hey, by the way, look at this. I found it while you were gone.
Whoa, is that a cookie?
Here. We can split it.
No, you take it.
No, you need to eat too.
Fine, I'll take the small half.
No. Come on. You need to keep up your straight.
Yona! Yona!
Oh no. I'm sorry, I dropped the cookie. I didn't mean to.
Yona? Why did you?
You've always been the one helping me. So I just wanted to...
No. Yona! Yona! We need help. Please, somebody, we need help! Help us!
Absolutely, Femo. I definitely think that she puts her all into pretty much everything that she ends up doing. So that is a huge inspiration. So, kind of working off that, I'm kind of working on making things a lot more, professional looking with the stream here as well. Hence the me busting out those emotes and
Yona.
sub badges. Just so I can start giving back to you guys for supporting me. And even though I don't have it set as like goals or anything, there is a sale going on over at Mick Costumes for existing members. Good lord, 1,412 years later. But there is a sale going on with
All right, I'm heading out.
Okay.
Can I come with you today?
Better not. I'm probably going hunting.
Okay.
But I'll bring you back a book from the library, okay?
Just make sure that it's a good book and not,
Thanks.
Uh-oh. Hold on for just a moment, folks. Sorry about that. My roommate's puppies seem to have gotten a little bit riled up. Not sure what they were going off about, but they seem to be calmed down now. All right.
I'll see you later. Try and get some rest.
Love you.
Aww. Oops.
I should go to the library and see what Popola's up to.
So do we have an objective up there? Okay. Ooh, mailboxes. Found all around the world, so keep your eyes peeled for them. And I think eventually I'm going to actually move this microphone so it's at a better angle when I'm actually streaming, so you guys can see me kind of centered up rather than... There we go, I think. Maybe? Ah! The music is just so amazing.
Young people always drive themselves forward, but it's important to take a step back and look around sometimes. I heard they've got discount vegetables today.
So, I'm not sure if anyone's too terribly familiar with the Japanese language, but that would be an interesting kind of conversation. Because the word for inexpensive in Japanese is yasui, and the word for vegetables is yasai. So, yeah, yasui, yasai, I believe. Yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Either that or the stage play that they had. Buster, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, welcome. So if you are in the peanut gallery, so to say, I am Poltrixie. Welcome. I am a certified pole instructor, amateur cosplayer, and lifelong gamer. So you'll see these. I am playing Nier Replicant 1.2234799 something. Basically, it is the remaster of Nier Replicant. Right now, I am playing as Nier. That's fine. Sorry about that. I've got, it's not on, like, strict, but, the, auto filter ended up just catching the word bitch and just decided, yeah, we're not going to publish that, but I'm okay with that. But yeah, I do pole dancing and, well, pole fitness rather than actual pole dancing, but it's a very weird distinction to make. Pole fitness is more so when you're doing it for the sake of exercise. Pole dancing would be obviously if I were to wear this kind of attire and work in a club with dark lights and all of that stuff. Nothing against that. They are, my goodness, they are very hardworking and honest to goodness inspiration in terms of if you ever see dancers dancing, even in a studio setting, because some of them do train, they do want to learn some of the more acrobatic tricks. It is just amazing to see what they can do because of their familiarity with the actual pole itself. Speaking of, just want to well, with that particular move or set, you don't have to be able to climb to be able to do it. You don't even have to be able to lift yourself all the way up. So a lot of the moves, sort of as a little bit of a quick demonstration, and let me go ahead and we'll change the view up just a little bit, and let's find a pretty looking sort of place for me to actually pull as the background. And have some peaceful kind of music in the background, sound-wise. So, some of the more basic level 1 moves are not going to involve you picking yourself up for a full spin, so you're not always going to end up doing like a level 2 spin, which is going to be like the chair spin, where your legs aren't touching and you're using just your arms. One of the basic spins that you're going to learn is a roundabout, and it's very, very basic, and pretty much anyone would be able to attempt it. As a certified instructor, I can't say that you should absolutely do this at home, since I'm not there to spot you and make sure that you're performing the move correctly. It is attempt at your own risk. However, as a demonstrative purpose, I am more than willing to show off the moves, give you a breakdown, and then if you get a chance to get to a studio where they have certified instructors able to spot you, then you can absolutely try out some of the moves. So, basic move will be the roundabout. So it is an inside plant. So inside versus outside means that it's the relation to the pole. So inside means it's closer to the pole. Outside means that it's the part of you that's further out. You were planting, so you're stepping forward with that inside foot. You were making sure that you are reaching up with that inside hand. I'm Trixie, so she is preferred. You can also say they. But since I do cosplay as anime or video game female characters, and I do have the booba, I am definitely a she. So, the inside plant with the foot, reach up with that inside arm. You're going to step forward with the outside leg and step around. So you can also, if you're brand new, have what's called the safety belt. This is the half bracket grip, so both hands are all the way around with your thumb wrapped around the pole as well. So, safety belt on, inside plant, step around. So as you can tell, you're pivoting on the ball of your foot. You're going to be pointing through that. That's fine, Fred. No worries. Aw, that's okay. Well, I mean, if you want to show off some of the things that you like watching on stream, you can say hi to the old man that's off in the corner that's wandering around in the background, and then have them come check me out in my various pole poses. But obviously you don't have to show off. But that is going to be a much more advanced move. That's going to be more so a level 3 to 3.5 move, especially the combination of going from the apprentice, which was the hip hold, into the butterfly, which is again a level 3 move, but the combination does add some complication and complexity to it that makes it slightly more advanced. But when starting out, if you can only do a roundabout, that's fine. You don't even need to make it all the way around. So this is what a roundabout would look like when you're just starting out versus the sort of goal of the move. So inside plant, safety belt on, and just kind of step around. So as you can tell, I made it all the way around with that one, but it's okay if you have to slightly modify it and go most of the way around or even halfway through. You don't have to float the outside leg all the way around. You can if you want. You don't have to float on the inside leg either. So if you wanted to do a modified version, it's an in-plant, safety belt on, step about halfway, and then land on the ball of your outside foot. So right there. And you end up about halfway around the pole, so that is perfectly acceptable if you're just starting out, and that's the most that you can do. But I would encourage you, if you are trying it out, try to go for as complex of a move or version as you're able to. So this is what it's going to look like with a little bit more practice and experience, and you'll notice that instead of having the safety belt on, I can actually use the outside hand for pretty much whatever. And you'll also notice that I do float a little bit off of my inside foot. So then you can take it into various transition moves. But again, you don't have to have the one-handed roundabout at all. You can, again, do the modified version. You can, even if you're not able to really confidently take that outside foot all the way around or even halfway, you can just grab, step down, and just complete the turn. But the next move that you can do in level 1 is going to be called a pirouette, where you are going to be using that outside foot, so it's a perfect transition move from that roundabout. So that outside foot is down. You are going to flip the inside hand, so the back of your hand is against it. This is why it's called a wrist roll pirouette. You're then going to use that outside hand to act as your brace as well as your momentum. So outside plant, wrist roll, and pirouette through. You can have your inside leg passade. You can have it down low. Really a stylistic choice at that point. So what that's going to look like put together is, even with the sort of smaller roundabout, it will be the inside plant, step around onto that outside foot, and pirouette through. If you noticed, pretty much as soon as I landed the roundabout, I began the wrist roll, lifted up the inside leg in that passe. Passe just means that it is bent and pretty much foot to knee, so you can have a very pretty line that way. It doesn't have to be that way. Again, you can have it where your pirouette is grounded, so you can actually drag that foot out. So that would look like this, so you can actually kind of see my feet. Like that. So those are some of the real bare bones kind of moves. There are other ones where you can, you will actually be a little bit more up, such as the fireman spin. So I believe that this might be what Buster was referring to with holding oneself up. So inside plant, you were hooking with the outside ankle and then simply lifting that back ankle up behind the pole. So again, that's the more basic version of it with the two hands in the half bracket. You were engaging behind the ankle on the pole. So you can actually stick there a little bit, so you're not just holding yourself up with just your arms, because obviously not everyone can do that starting out. So because I do have more stick on this one, I will actually show off that fireman where I'm sticking and kind of gripping a little bit with the outside ankle on my other side. So you can get a little bit of grip from the ankle. Obviously, you're not going to want to do that. So with that, since I can't always be, but that is one of the moves that you don't have to be able to nail on your first try. Obviously, that is a little bit more of a, everyone would be able to get into it. It just is you need to have an instructor that can walk you through the different variations you might need to do depending on your body type. And XAW, sorry about that. I don't have the, I've got it set up where the bot ends up not wanting to like links. I'm not sure what you were attempting to post. However, please refrain from posting links because we can't always verify the source and the validity of said links. So let's... I'm glad that you enjoyed that, Buster, as well as Posey. Thank you, thank you. So let me go ahead and flip back over to the other microphone, and then let's go ahead and carry on. And hopefully the scenery in the background, usually when I'm playing a game and I do some poll stuff, I do try to make sure that there's at least somewhat of a scenic view in the game itself, rather than just leaving you with the... Thank you, Buster. Take care. All right.
Young people always...
What do you mean? I was looking back. I was looking back over the vista and hoping that it looked like I was actually pulling on the vista. Young people not looking back. Ha!
visiting Popola again today?
I'm coming to see you today, Popola. I promise.
So can I hear those inner thoughts, or is it them talking to themselves quietly? July 20th. Devila and Popola came to keep me company today. Darn it. For anyone that's played through Nier Automata, this library is very reminiscent looking as to one of the locations in Route D, I want to say, or Route C/D, when you're actually playing through there.
These books speak of ancient technology far beyond anything we could ever imagine. What could have happened to this world?
What could have happened? I, again, think that Al Gore's Inconvenient Truth happened, and there was climate change, and then they didn't tip me on Twitch, so I ended up pole dancing until I caused a tornado, and, well, things didn't end well.
Seems like people did nothing but write books in the old days. And I can't read them either. They're all written in funny languages.
Mother and father are very busy, so I have to watch my little brother. But I don't mind. He's pretty cool, and we like to come here and look at the books.
That's fine. Thank you so much for hanging out, Carly. And for anyone that is hanging out, be sure to check out my lovely moderator, Carly. She is the Tequila Queen. She is a lovely streamer who has fun playing various games. She was last playing Stardew. I think that was like several weeks ago, actually, because she's been super busy running around the country, helping out some friends by being in a wedding, and then I'm not sure what else she ended up doing, but she is a really sweet person, so definitely give her a check out, follow her, and support her on the platform as well. Fantastic. I'll definitely see about popping by and checking things out, and maybe we'll end up giving you a few extra viewers. Maybe. Absolutely. Though I think with some of the people here, they might already be checking you out, but anyone that's new here, definitely give Carly a little bit of your time and your love.
I guess it's locked.
Locked door. Huh. Interesting.
Good morning. How's Yona doing today?
Her cough's still pretty bad.
That's worrisome.
I know. I keep hoping she'll at least get a little better, but I don't know. I feel like I'm failing her.
Oh, stop that. You're the finest brother a girl could hope to have. Anyway, I was hoping you might take care of this for me. I got a request from someone in the shopping district. They need you to get some mutton from the northern plains.
Got it. I'm on my way.
Since you're going to the plains, let me give you a map. Trust me, it'll come in handy. And one more thing. Would you mind purchasing 3 medicinal herbs from the client while you're at it? I used my last one earlier. Here's some money.
Popola, this is way too much.
Well then, buy some for Yona while you're at it.
You don't have to...
It's okay. Really.
Thanks, Popola. For everything.
What's this all about?
Just the way you and the other villagers always take care of us. We really appreciate it, is all.
Think nothing of it. People need to look out for each other, right? Besides, everyone here wants to see Yona healthy and happy. So hang in there, okay?
I will.
I mean, they've been taking care of us for 1412 years, so hopefully, you know. And what?
Yona?
Oh, hey.
Yona, you're supposed to be in bed. See, now your ribbon's all undone.
I'm sorry. I just thought I'd see if the library had any books about how to cure my sickness.
Yona. Look, don't worry. You're gonna be fine. You just need to eat and rest. If you take good care of yourself, you'll get better.
You really think so?
I know so. Anyway, I've got work to do, so I need you to head home. Deal?
Deal.
And yet, I don't see her going home, so I guess she's not keeping up her end of the bargain.
People say the world is dying. Populations continue to fall, while plague and disease run rampant. If that wasn't enough, monsters called Shades now roam the land as well, threatening our very lives. But I can't let any of that distract me. My sister is sick, and my only goal is to ensure that the two of us survive. It's not easy for a pair of kids to live on their own. But the villagers have been kind to us, and despite everything, somehow I feel like we're gonna be okay. We have to be. There's no other choice.
Okay, so the northern plains are, well, actually to the north. And what's that? Oh, the client, they should be there-ish? No. Oh, wait, no, that's the mailbox.
You know the junk heap in the northern plains? It's a dangerous place, but it's famous for the valuable ores you can mine.
Ooh.
There's no better sight than children in high spirits. It makes me feel young just looking at them.
So for anyone not familiar with the series as a whole, this is Chaos language. It is a purely made up language that they use for the various songs, whether it be for Nier Replicant here or for Nier Automata. Even though it's a made-up language, it is very, like, almost hauntingly beautiful. At least I think it is.
Morning.
Hey, Devila.
You keep running around like that, you're gonna trip and fall on your face.
I think I'll be okay, but thanks for the warning.
But this language, the artist who actually sings it, basically writes the lyrics and just sings with intent and emotion behind the actual lyrics, sort of like a general idea of what the words might mean, but without any clear form or structure. So she's really just an amazing artist to be able to do that and just make it actually sound like a legitimate language when she's singing. So we are going back up to the northern plains.
When you're knocked away, you can defend to recover quickly.
Today, Papa sent me a new book about a great big tree. I really hope it has a happy ending. There's nothing worse than a sad tree. So it looks like we still have the ability to defend, dodge, and attack. Lock on, so R3 to set a nearby foe. Okay, switch targets. Change to pause. Okay. Got some wool, but we are hunting for mutton. So, for anyone unfamiliar, mutton is the meat from sheep. So, like mutton chops. Yay, we got the mutton. Guess that sheep didn't want to snuck up on. So how much mutton do we actually need? Got a little bit of wool. Let's see here. Orders for arrows. Let's see here. Oh, 3 mutton. Okay. Well, and then mutton. Oops. Wrong button. Wrong button for the mutton. And there
I better
goes
get
3.
this mutton back to the village.
So even though they said that the world is dying and population is down, it looks like it's a vibrant...
Damn.
Uh-oh.
What are Shades doing so close to town?
There we go.
I had no idea Shades were loose so close to the village. I can't even go hunting in peace anymore. Time to get this meat to the shopkeeper.
So, library's over there, and end goal is over this way. To actually be able to... here. And it looks like...
Here's that mutton you wanted.
Oh, thank you.
You wouldn't believe how popular this stuff has been lately. Oh, and this isn't much, but I'd like you to have it. And tell Popola I said thanks, okay?
You got it. I think Popola wanted 3 medicinal herbs.
Okay. Yep, and down there, yep, 3 medicinal herbs.
Make sure you stock up on necessities before...
And we're buying. We're getting 3 of them. Even though we have 1. Let's actually get some extra. And yeah. Since I'm not sure what sections we might go to next, I'm just gonna pick up a couple maps.
Come back anytime.
Just so we know.
How's Yona doing? Sure wish I had a nice girl like Yona in my family.
Oh, you aren't out hunting today?
I mean, I was. Now, fetch quest is partly done. So I've got the herbs. But yeah, some of the songs I definitely would like to make some choreography to. It just is I know that Square would have a field day with my streams if I did that. Devlin and Popola came to see me, keep me company today. They even sang me a song. That's sweet. Can I climb up? No. Oh, wow.
I delivered the mutton. Oh, and here's your herbs.
Great. That should help with the food shortage. And thanks for the herbs, too. That's all for today. You should hurry back to Yona.
Thanks.
And since we got the quest done, go ahead and let's do another little bit of a scene transition. And let me real quick do a quick trick. So I'm sure that this is what so many different folks that might try to ship Nier with Kaine might have expected to at some point see. Nier hanging out with Kaine, and because of her attire, expected to see her showing off for Nier. So let's see here. What's a nice level 1 spin to keep it in theme with the easier moves on Tuesdays? So there's a spin called the Figure 4. I'll go ahead and show that off now. Don't have any grip. So with the figure 4 spin, it is a spin where you basically leave your inside leg planted, and you end up basically with your legs in a 4 shape. And you take it down to the floor, typically. So that is one where, again, for anyone that's brand new, they may have heard me talk about different moves that you would want to do as a beginner, not too familiar with the actual sport or techniques. You'd be able to do this move again without having to lift both legs off of the floor. You are, however, going to want to make sure that you are keeping that bottom one planted, but letting it get gracefully wrapped around the pole. In one moment, I am going to see what my roommate's up to, because it sounds like she's back. And folks, I'm actually going to take a quick little bit of a break. I will be right back. Well, I'll be back in the next 20 minutes or so. So let's go ahead and make it so you're not listening to the game. Let's go ahead and put on some music, and I will put up a timer for you folks. Sorry, but I do need to do something real quick, but again, I will be right back. Well, back relatively soon. So let's go ahead with some dreamy music, and let's go with laid back there.